The licensing authority meets Monday. It's time to get rid of those unused chemicals this weekend and find out how you can help clean up Barnstable beaches. These stories and more on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Friday, September 26th, 2014. I'm Sarah Mannel. The licensing authority meets on Monday. In addition to reviewing several applications for one-day entertainment and beer and wine licenses, the authority will hold several show cause hearings. The agenda for Monday's meeting can be found online by visiting town.barnstable.ma.us. The licensing authority meets in the town hall hearing room at 9:30 Monday morning. You can watch that right here live on Channel 18. If you have unneeded chemicals, paints, and other hazardous waste crowding your garage, shed, or basement, it's time to dispose of them in a safe manner, of course. The Cape Cod Cooperative Extension is hosting a hazardous waste drop-off day at the Barnstable Transfer Station in Marston's Mills this Saturday. Items may be dropped off from 9 a.m. to noon. A list of accepted items can be found at capecodextension.org. The Cape Cod Photography Center is hosting a new photography conference in Hyannis this November. Roberta Miller told Channel 18's Melissa Chartrand all about it.
Having a photography conference is the first that we've had here on the Cape, and we're really excited about it. It's going to be November 15th at the Resort and Conference Center in Hyannis. And the registrations are going really well so far.
Are there different speakers and such?
Yeah, there are different speakers. We have a keynote speaker coming in. We're including lunch and a coffee break. It's only $79 for the whole day, and you'll learn about taking better pictures, macro photography. We have urban photography, portrait photography, photo critiques. We're going to talk about new plugins for Lightroom and Photoshop. We're going to talk about how to best sell your artwork, and focus stacking and high-speed photography. And someone will be there to answer any question that you have. So we're expecting a few hundred people, and we're really looking forward to it.
This weekend, residents will gather to help clean up local beaches. I got a chance to chat about the Coast Sweep with MEA Division Assistant Donna Bragg. She gave us all the details. Good morning, everyone. You are watching Barnstable this morning. Joining me now is Donna Bragg. Donna is the MEA Division Assistant at Sandy Neck. What a wonderful place to spend your days.
It is not a tough office.
Yeah. Well, we have something really important coming up actually this weekend. This Saturday is going to be a coast sweep. Tell me first, what is a coast sweep?
Well, a coast sweep, it started in 1987, and a coast sweep is a bunch of volunteers, thousands of volunteers coming to clean our coasts. 400 miles of our coastline in Massachusetts gets cleaned every year. And what we do is we have all these volunteers. They come in and sign in. We give them gloves and 2 bags, one for regular trash, one for anything recyclable. They go out, and as they're gathering, they're actually putting it on data cards so they know what they're picking up. At the end, we collect all the data sheets. We put the recyclables in the recycling area, and then we put the garbage in the garbage, and then we go ahead and transmit what our findings are to the head of the Coast Sweep for Massachusetts, which goes into an international consortium that looks at what types of garbage and what types of debris are coming into our beaches.
And that is so interesting because actually what they're trying to study with all of this research and data compiled together is what is really contributing to the things that wash up along our coastline, because first they want to understand what it is and maybe how to prevent it in the future.
Right. And one of the important things is where it's coming from. A lot of it is coming off of ships. boats, fishing boats, different vessels, and a lot of it is from the beaches themselves. When there's a big rain, it pushes it into the water, and then when the tide comes back in, it brings it right back up on our beach. So it's important to know where it's coming from and what types of debris it is.
So interesting. Is it tough to get volunteers to come out and take part in this event, or is it easy? Do you have people that return every year?
We do have people return every year. There's a lot of vested interest in our beaches because we live on some of the most beautiful coastline in the world, and people are very happy to volunteer. This year we have a scout group from Falmouth that's actually going to be camping at our campsites, and they volunteered to help us out this year too.
Oh, wonderful. So you can kind of get some organizations involved that may be willing to help out and have a staff of volunteers ready to go.
That's correct, yep. And we use our staff, and our officers go on the beach, and they actually transport people to different sites that they normally wouldn't be able to access, like our point. And that's usually where we take the scouts so they can get out there and pull the debris from there.
Wonderful. If people are watching today and saying, you know what, I love Sandy Neck. I want to be a part of helping improve the beach and make sure it's clean, and I want to be a part of this research to help. How can they get involved in this event?
Well, first we do a couple beach cleanups. This one is the big one, the Coast Sweep. We do another one in the springtime, and they can come on down to Sandy Neck by 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. We'll get them all signed up. We'll instruct them where they can go to pick up the debris. And then we also kind of have, not a contest, but try to find out what the most unusual piece of debris that we can pull off our beaches. Last year it was a cast iron stovetop.
Wow.
Yep, yep.
That is crazy. You wouldn't think someone would leave that behind, you know?
Again, that might have fallen off of a vessel.
And could have washed up.
Yeah,
Interesting.
You never know. And they also, the kids get an opportunity to get out there, walk the beach, and they find all kinds of different rocks, and they see some of the bird life. And it's a great family event, actually. They do a lot of, we allow them to walk in the dunes. That's one of the few times we allow this, and we put them up there because a lot of the plastics fly off the beach and go up into the dunes. And this way our birds don't get into them and get in trouble with that.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute, because some of this debris could be really harmful to the wildlife that exists on Sandy Neck, which
Absolutely.
is such a huge part of,
Sure.
of the area.
Sure. The sea turtles are particularly in danger with that because a lot of the turtles that come in eat jellyfish, and a plastic bag floating in the ocean looks just like a jellyfish. So once they ingest that, it gets into their digestive tract, and then they can't do anything. They end up starving. So it's really an educational thing for the public, so they understand why it's so important not to bring plastics to the beach, not to just let your garbage fly around, that kind of thing.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us all about this really important mission that's going to take place tomorrow.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. Donna Bragg is the Division Assistant for Sandy Neck, and tomorrow, of course, is the Coast Sweep. You can go to Sandy Neck from 9 to noon to help out. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah. Cape Cod Pathways is preparing for its fall walking weekend. A number of guided walks are planned across the Cape, including several in the town of Barnstable. Walking weekend is held from October 10th through the 13th. Walks in Barnstable will take place at Old Jail Lane, the West Barnstable Conservation Area, and on Sandy Neck. You can find details online at capecodcommission.org/pathways. Well, be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On Monday's show, we will chat with Town Manager Tom Lynch, Superintendent of Schools Dr. Mary Schakowsky, and Michael Gross from Cape Cod Community College. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.